What's happening, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Montreal Diecast Cafe, and today we're going to discuss something I've discussed many times, many times, guys, but I still get these comments in my in my comments often, and very often I get asked, what display cases do I use? Well, that's a bit of a tricky question, guys. What display cases I use is actually a little bit of a tricky, well, it's not as easy as you think. In my collection, I have quite a few different display cases. I think I may have 11 or 12 different types of display cases. So, what display cases I use is not really the question that I think you guys want to know. I think what you want to know is what is my top cases for collecting Hot Wheels. That I can answer. So what we're going to do today is I'm actually going to go down the list and I'm going to give you guys my top. Actually, I'm going to do even better than that. I'm going to give you my favorite cases and go all the way down to the worst cases that you can buy. Okay? So I'm going to show you, in my opinion, what are the best cases and the shade, all the way down to the worst cases that you should stay away from. Okay? So, once again, and like I said, I've done this video a couple of times already, but I still get asked all the time. So, since I'm still always asked, obviously you guys are not going back to my older videos, which I don't blame you, because older videos are a bit cheesy. Took me a while to get used to everything. So, today, I'm going to do the perfect video on the best display cases to the worst display cases. So we're going to check them all out. And as I said, I've got 10 or 11 or maybe more display cases to show you. So the room is pretty well lit up. You should be able to see the cases pretty easily as we go through them. And the worst cases I have are in the garage. So we will head out to the messy garage and check out the worst display cases. All right, so let's go through this. I don't know if going to the worst to the best might be the best way to do it. If it is, maybe we should head out to the garage right away. But anyways, guys, the biggest thing for display cases is it's really a matter of preference as well, because there are different type of backgrounds. There are white, there are mirrored, there are clear, there are black. There's quite a few out there. So I guess it's really a preference. But I'll tell you who makes the best cases. And like I said, maybe it's best that we start from the worst and go up to the best ones. Because a lot of you guys that follow my channel definitely know what I feel is the best ones. But I don't think you know which ones I think are the worst. And believe me, I've tried a lot of different types of cases, display cases, okay? Anyhow, I think that's what we'll do, guys. I think we're going to start from the worst cases and go to the best. Or we could start from the best. Like I told you, it's really a bit confusing, guys, because as I said, I've got so many to go through. Since we're already in the room, maybe it's best to go from best to worst. Nah, we're going to go from worst to best, guys. That's what we're going to do. So, hang on. Let's check out the worst cases. And we're going to come in here and check out the better ones and better ones and better ones. All right? So, this video is dedicated only to display cases, guys. Trying not to look at the cars. decide on the cases. So let's go do this. Okay, here we are, everybody. This is the garage. Sorry about the mess, like I said, everybody. We are packing up, getting ready for winter. The bike is getting put away. Poor little thing. Had a lot of fun on her this year, but anyways, we're here to talk about display cases. And my number one worst display case is right there. These are Michaels shooter cases, okay? They're used for shot glasses, but if you turn them sideways, they're good for Hot Wheels. But the point is that these are black on black. So when you do have a black car in there, just like I do there, I don't know if I can block the light. There we go. You cannot see the car very well. So black on black does not look great. Plus they are very heavy cases. And this front part is not acrylic. It is actually glass. So it makes them very heavy and gets dusty all the time. These cases are not that great, in my opinion, guys. A lot of people do like them, but I'm not a huge fan of them, okay? I don't like black on black, and it just doesn't look great. So that is, well, that is number one in scrap cases for me. Number two is this guy right here. This case right here is complete scrap in my book. Now, one of the worst things about it is that there is no holes through the acrylic on the inside I'm talking about to drill into the wall. There's actually a clip on the back, so you actually have to measure everything to get the screw in the wall and to get the case to fit on the screws. There's two screws. So it's quite annoying to put up. A real pain in the butt to put up. And, well, the compartments are pretty small. And it's just pretty cheaply done in my books. Has a little magnet here and slams the case. But there's a huge under gap. Okay, here, there's a huge gap between here and here. So the dust does get in, making it quite annoying. Now, these cases can be acquired on Amazon, and like I said, nothing special. All right, that is the number two worst case. Now, believe this or not, guys, and you may not agree with me, and you may hate me for this, but the third worst case is actually these Hot Wheels cases. Okay, these Hot Wheels cases, well, I'll be honest with you, they're pretty cheap. Okay, there's nothing special about them. The plexiglass is very flimsy in the front, and the worst part about it, which to me is a pain in the butt, is that the sides are actually open, so a lot of dust gets in there and goes straight on the cars. Okay, so you cannot keep the inside dust free. I will show you more of those cases because I actually do have more in my basement in the Hot Wheels room, because the fact is that they were cheap when they came out and they came with a special car. So I ended up buying all kinds. As you can see, the special Silverado is still in that one up at the top. Hasn't been taken out yet. It's still covered. But as I said, they were cheap cases and I was experimenting at that time. So number three is the Hot Wheels cases. Don't like them. Number four is not actually the case itself. The case itself is very cool, but these are Auto World cases. And the Auto World cases are actually really, really cool. But the fact of this is that they have the black background, and I'm not a fan of black backgrounds. Actually, I can't stand the black background because the only cars that show up nice are bright cars. If you have black cars like I do in this one, you just don't see them that well. Okay? So that is that. But another downfall about the Auto World cases is the fact that they only hold, 12, 24, 36 cars. They only hold 36 cars. This one up here holds 56 cars, but still is a trash case. And 36 cars is not a lot either. All right? So for the price, nothing special. So there you have 1, 2, 3, 4. These are my 4 worst cases, guys. All right, let's go into the Hot Wheels room and check out some top-notch cases. Okay, so we're going to continue from worse to up. As you can see over there, I still have a lot of those Hot Wheels cases. And you can see what I mean. Okay, I put them very close together to try to keep the dust from going in between. But you'll never get them close enough. Okay, there's always going to be that space where the dust will fall in. Plus, like I said, the doors, they're very flimsy, very cheap. Okay. So, not a huge fan. All right. Let me go to getting better now. Now we're going to start getting better. You have these cases. Well, we'll start off with these first. These ones down here, they're called the Luma cases. Okay. Now, they're pretty cool because they do have LEDs inside that light up. Now, mine are not plugged in right now, so I can't show you that. But as you can see, you still can't fit a lot of cars in there unless you have an escalated stair. But even at that, you need a lot of space to pile these on top of each other. Okay? And the amount of space they take for what they are, they're not really worth it. Now, you can go with these much, much cheaper way of displaying your Hot Wheels are Plano cases. Now, Plano cases you can get from Amazon, and they're fairly cheap, but they are an amazing way to display your Hot Wheels. Really, really good way. If you have a painted wall behind it, you can paint it any color and it'll come through, showing very, very nice detail. And cheap. The only downfall is that there's no cover. Now, you could always put an acrylic piece in the front if you want to cover them, which would make them look really nice. And they also hold a ton of cars. It's a really, really good way to store them because, as I say, they hold a lot of cars. Each case holds 24 cars. And that's one case. So it is a very, very cheap way and beautiful way to display your Hot Wheels. They also have this way. These are Miu exclusive cases, and these ones, they turn. Okay, so they're not bad either. Holds 24 cars, and also held by magnet. So they open it like this, and then they close like that. But I have 3 on top of my fireplace, and as you can see, they take a lot of space. Okay, so once again, bulky cases that just don't hold enough cars for the space that they have. All right, let's move into some top-notch cases, guys. Ones that I like the best. Now, these ones here, as you can see with this kind of clip, I don't recommend this clip. Actually, I really hate this clip, okay? The case itself is very nice. Beautiful case. And this is what I call the John Doe case. Okay? Like a John Doe, someone who died and you call him a John Doe, it's somebody that is just unknown. Well, these cases are built by unknowns. Okay? Just people I've met in the hobby and that had acrylic companies. Well, some of them build cases, and this is one guy that built these cases for me. Now, they are beautiful. I do love the white background, and that is my top priority, guys. I think the white backgrounds show the cars the best, better than any other case. But I don't like the way that they clip on the bottom. Next, we have these Mihu cases here. Okay, these are Mihu exclusives, just like the guys that bring you mini GT packages, this and that. Those are Mihu exclusives. Well, they make display cases. All those on the bottom are Mihu exclusives. Now, they only hold 12 cars each. When they first came out, they were very cheap. You could get them for $20, $23. Okay, they hold 12 cars. So they were the same price calculated as the most expensive cases I have. Okay? If you would get 10 of these small cases, it'd be the same as getting one of my favorite cases. And you would hold 120 cars with the Mihu, as to where my favorite cases, you'll hold 108. So they were a bang for the buck. But now the prices have gone up, so they're a little bit more expensive than my favorite cases, guys. But when you put them all together, it looks just like these cases here. Okay? And these cases are Carney cases. Carney Plastics is a company out of Ohio, USA, that makes display cases. And they make the best display cases. This is number one on my list. Okay? For the fact that you have these pins that hold the cases, the acrylic covers, so they are completely sealed of dust, guys. Dust cannot get in. The only problem with this case is the fact that you could lose these little pins. You lose these little pins, you're fucked. Sorry for my speech, but that's what it is. And that's all these cases here. And as you can see, I am a huge fan of the white background. Why am I a huge fan of the white background? Well, let's take a look and see. There's another set of cases that are made by Greenlight. Now, these Greenlight cases are pretty good as well. They only hold 6 cars. But the fact is that they hold extra large cars, guys. Okay? With space to boot. I mean, take a look at the Unimog. You have all kinds of space left in there. Let's take another look at a big casting. The Long Gone. Still lots of space in the case. Okay? But the fact is that it only holds 6 cars, and it can be pretty expensive to get these cases over and over again. This is the Mihu cases right here beside, with the Cadillacs there and the Hummer. Those are the 12 Mihu cases. What they look like single, and what they look like all together. It's pretty nice. I'm telling you, for the buck, these Mihus are very good. This here is another Carney. Okay, and this is a Carney case with the cars that fit angled and have the mirrored background. Now, if you look at this mirror background, there you go. I'll show you that cars. All right, now let's switch to the white background really fast. Can you see the difference? The white background, you see the cars beautifully. Let's go back to the mirror background. And there's your mirror background. With the mirror background, you have a lot of reflection from everywhere in the room. So I stopped the mirror. And I had a few of them. Because over in this side here, we have more Carney cases. And these are all mirrored Carney cases. And this is when I first started off with Carney. Carney Plastics, when they first started, they used to use magnets as well, as you can see. But then they stopped using the magnets and went to the little pins like this that I say are much better. I think are much better. And as you can see, there's a difference in the mirror Carney cases to the white Carney cases. There's a big difference, guys. Okay? There we are. And all these, well, those top ones are Carney cases. This one here is a case that I had built by a John Doe. And those cases there are all Mihu cases on the bottom. So, my preferred brand of cases is definitely 100% Carney cases. There's the Hot Wheels cases. I don't like the way the Hot Wheels are not separated, so they kind of always bump into each other, this and that. Just not a huge fan of the way the Hot Wheels cases are displayed. Honestly, I just don't. And I'm not a fan of the dark background and black. And black outside. Okay. As you can see, Hot Wheels started with the black strips in the middle. And even they didn't like it. So they had to change to the white ones. Okay. But still, they just don't do it for me, those ones. I'm telling you, the best is the Carney cases. And the best is, by far, the white background over mirror any day. Any day, guys. So there you have it. Those are the cases that I use. And the most cases that I have are Carney plastics. And the ones that I will be continuing with are Carney plastics. As you can see, built a little place on the bottom there for all my cards. Because I do keep the card art, because there is something I'm going to do with those card arts one day. And one day I'm going to do a video about it. You guys will see. But anyhow, so there you have it. That is, in my opinion, the best display cases on the market. Okay? They have a website, Carney Plastics, on, what is it? www.carneyplastics.com. Okay, guys? I think that's the website. Trust me, if you want good display cases, go with Carney. There are other brands out there, like I said. The Mihu exclusive cases are very, very nice. Okay, you can get them from your local hobby dealer. Great, great, great cases. Honestly, because you can decide your space with them as well, since they only hold 12 cars. So if you got space for six small cases to put together, well, you can put them. Instead of putting in one huge Carney case, you can literally make your own display case with the Mihus. Very, very good option, guys. But you have to remember, my suggestion to you out there is the white background. I've showed you the black background in the garage. I've showed you the clear. And I've showed you mirror. Okay? In my opinion, what makes the car stand out most is the white background. And it just makes every color car stand out. Okay? So there you have it. Very short video today, but like I said, this is how I store my vehicles. And if I was starting from scratch, they would all be white background Carney cases. 100%. Alright? So guys, hope this video educated you guys a little bit on displaying your vehicles. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please smash that subscribe button. It's free for you. Helps me a lot. And until next time, be safe, be well. Happy hunting, everybody.